Hello everyone. Thank you for having me here today. I am Nisha Dushida and have recently completed Master of Architecture from Deakin University, Australia. Today I will present our research entitled Influence of Sustainable Streetscape to Augment Social Interaction in the Low-Density Suburbs of Regional Victoria. This work is a part of my thesis and was supervised by Dr. Sarah Shuchi from Deakin University. This will be the basic structure of the presentation. At first, I will begin with the context and significance of the study, followed by aims and methods used to form the analysis. Then I will cover the findings, including some conceptual application of the results. Finally, the conclusion and future possibilities. Sustainable communities are designed with consideration for social, economic, and environmental impact without compromising the ability of future generations to experience the same. This research focuses on the social aspect of the community. Social interaction is a very significant aspect of neighborhood sustainability that involves forming social associations within the community and interactions with the residents. To enhance social interaction, three variables are essential: an occasion for contact, closeness to others, and appropriate space to interact. Whenever we think of appropriate space for interaction, we refer mainly to parks and open spaces or buildings. But we tend to forget that streetscape design plays a dynamic role in connecting communities and contributes towards developing a sustainable neighborhood. Social connection on streets has a considerable influence on the overall success and quality of life among the neighbors, creating the setting for social meetings and develops attachment towards the physical dimension of space. Hence, the planning and design of a street have a considerable effect on how the inhabitants value a specific space and interact. However, research has rarely demonstrated a clear relationship between realistic levels of social interaction and physical design characteristics of a street layout. Moreover, in Australia, almost two-thirds of its population lives in the suburbs, which are being endlessly criticized for having poor social sustainability, and design strategies continue to lack, especially in the regional areas of Australia. However, nothing much has been done to improve the scenario. The available literature on the topic only comprises several fragmented attempts of combining streetscape features and their influence on social interaction and have always remained under-researched. Hence, this research aims to identify the key factors of sustainable streetscapes that have the maximum impact on social interaction in low-density suburbs in regional Victoria. So objectives to achieve this aim are to understand the connection between streetscape design and social interaction, identifying all the possible elements and principles of sustainable streetscapes which lead people to become more socially interactive, preparing a set of features and principles of sustainable streetscapes from the elaborate literature review which has maximum impact on social interaction, and to propose best suited design factors of sustainable streetscapes for Norland, a low-density suburb in the city of Greater Geelong. For this research, a systematic literature review has been adopted as the methodology. The approach considered three phases for identifying the studies. The data was obtained by running keyword search on the Scopus database and Google Scholar given its broader coverage and quick indexing. An initial pool of 179 studies was identified. Finally, only 35% of the studies were recognized to have relevant research regarding the influences of sustainable streetscapes on enhancing social interaction. The findings reveal that a well-designed streetscape that influences social interaction can be achieved by adopting an integrated design approach that cultivates livable, sustainable, and inclusive communities. These three broad categories can be again subdivided into 11 categories based on design principles. The design principles that need to be incorporated here are mainly social, urban, environmental, and economic principles. Then, to convert the streetscape of Norlin into more socially interactive streets, the current streetscape features of few streets in Norlin have been observed and analyzed. Based on the analysis, the study also proposes a checklist of features and principles of sustainable streetscapes that may support in developing sustainable design solutions. Finally, these design principles and elements from the findings and analysis were applied, and conceptual plans of few streets have been developed. For example, the cafe here is located at Claiborne Square in Norland. Here, the cafe spaces are close to the street, yet the large solid wall separates it from street activities. A transparent glass facade has been proposed to offer transparency and visual communication, including few outdoor seating arrangements on sidewalks to enhance interaction with the pedestrians, tree canopies for shading, and also for creating a buffer from the street noise. Here, social and urban design principles were implied to make the spaces socially interactive. Again, most of the bus shelters at Forster Street in Norland are poorly maintained and even lack proper seating arrangements. Bicycle facilities with parking space, sittings, tree canopies, and trash receptacles has been proposed. Here, economic, urban, and environmental design principles were suggested to make the community more accessible, connected, inclusive, and safe for the pedestrians, creating scopes for interaction. Another plan represents a selected area at Claiborne Square in Norland, mostly used as a social gathering space for the local people with cafes and retail shops. However, this place lacks liveliness. Public art like sculptures, paintings have been proposed here on facades and courtyards. Heritage and culture of the area can be easily represented through it. Social and urban design principles were implied here, which made the place more appealing, lively, legible, and inspired place attachment. This will certainly enrich the cultural values, unity, and attract more residents to use that area. The prospective benefits from designing streets as spaces that promote social interaction and a sense of community are much higher than simply planning an aesthetically demanding environment. Hence, it would be of immense assistance to municipalities, towns, and cities if further work can be carried out on streetscape design and the role it plays to augment social interaction and form a socially sustainable suburb. Thank you.